Welcome to the evening episode of Toothy Trivia. I'm your host, Emma, and I hope you had an awesome day. I'm going to tell you about another show by Podcast Playground while you floss and get your toothbrush ready, so go ahead and get started with that. Wacky News is hosted by Jackson and Dylan. They are kids just like us, and each episode, with the help of the Wacky News machine, they bring us a cool news story from around the world that is actually interesting to kids, not boring adult news. Each episode also has a number of kid-friendly wacky jokes that are sure to make you giggle. If you subscribe to Wacky News, you will always get the latest episodes and can impress your friends with cool stories and funny jokes on the bus, at school, during lunch, or whenever you want. Just go to podcastplayground.com to learn more about and subscribe to Wacky News. Now it's time to get those teeth of yours brushed. Are you ready? Let's go! Today's trivia theme is astronauts. The farthest an astronaut has traveled from Earth was 249,205 miles by Jim Lovell, Jack Swigert, and Fred Haise aboard Apollo 13. In early space programs, trainee astronauts needed previous military jet test piloting and engineering experience. Today, high-achieving students of engineering, biological science, physical science, or mathematics can all make it. To become a NASA trainee, you are required to be a U.S. citizen. You must pass a strict physical examination, have 20 out of 20 vision, and good blood pressure. Once selected, NASA astronauts can spend 20 months training in a variety of areas. To simulate spacewalks and test equipment, astronauts often have to train underwater in swimming pools here on Earth. Ham the chimp was the first living American being that traveled into space. He was called Astro Chimp. On January 31, 1961, Ham was secured in a Project Mercury capsule. He had been trained to perform tasks well in the capsule, and he did everything he was asked to. His flight lasted 16 minutes and 39 seconds. The capsule then splashed down into the Atlantic Ocean. An astronaut can be up to 2 inches taller returning from space. The cartilage discs in the spine expand in the absence of gravity. Astronauts' footprints and lunar rover tire tracks will stay on the moon for millions of years. There is no wind to blow them away. In space, you float. Because of this, the inner ear doesn't need to keep you balanced, so your brain forgets. When astronauts come back to Earth, it takes a few days for their brain to realign with the inner ear and remember how to balance. Astronauts sleep in bunk beds or in sleeping bags. However, these bunk beds must be fitted with buckles so the astronauts can buckle up. Otherwise, they might float around the spacecraft while sleeping. And you're done. Weren't those 2 minutes easy? And don't forget to go to podcastplayground.com and subscribe to Toothy Trivia so you can get every episode and never rush your brushing again.